Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Just last week, the BBC did an interview and on which there was a Christian minister, a reverend, an imam of Islam, and a Jewish rabbi. And it does sound like the beginning of a pub joke, doesn't it? But this was a genuine interview. And the BBC were forced to apologise. The blatant anti-Semitic, anti-Jewish rhetoric in that interview was astounding, effectively. And in fact, so much that the BBC later had to contact the rabbi and apologise to him for this sort of anti-Semitic attitude that they showed. It was a very mealy-mouthed apology. It was not heartfelt. It was just done simply, I think, because they realised not that they were particularly anti-Semitic, but that they'd been caught being so obviously anti-Semitic, and they thought, oh, we better make some kind of apology. Oh yeah, we're terribly sorry. And it was literally that. Now, I don't think the rabbi should accept it. I think he should demand a better apology, because the anti-Jewishness on the BBC is obvious and blatant. And it wasn't so much the fact that they were being particularly harsh on the rabbi, it was the fact that it was so obviously harsh on the rabbi while fawning over the imam and sort of just treating the reverend with just basic respect. But, you know, it goes to show where the BBC lays its values. And we've seen in the last few days exactly what Islam is all about with regards to the treatment of these hundreds of thousands of girls. So it shouldn't come as any sort of surprise that the BBC is all for that kind of thing, given its particular history with all those horrendous people that they've employed over the years. The BBC really is an organisation based predominantly on the abuse of children, after all. So this basic anti-Semitism that the BBC is showing it's deep, it's ingrained, and it goes to show that it's not fit for purpose. It is a very biased organisation. It's meant to represent everyone in Britain, and it clearly doesn't. It clearly has a lot further to go in terms of its discriminatory attitudes to certain groups. Now, the apology, as I say, should be rejected simply because it wasn't heartfelt. It was just a token apology, but also because they're continuing, even after this, to still show anti-Jewish bias. So why apologise for something you're continuing to do? Now, the BBC said it was a slight editorial mishap, but it seems to be a slight editorial mishap time and time again. And the only reason they apologised this time was they were basically caught red-handed and forced into a corner, so there was no option for them. But why do they do it? Why do they see the Jews of this country as a problem when it isn't the Jews that are gang raping children? It isn't the Jews that are causing terrorist explosions. It isn't the Jews that are making society worse. It isn't the Jews that are coming here illegally on little boats. And yet, for some reason, the fascist, anti-Jewish BBC seem to think they are the problem. It's weird, isn't it? Let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks very much. Bye.